Welcome to Living Your Path. I am Cecile Ferry, a coach and astrologer. I'm here to guide you on how to live and work in alignment with your true self so you can find fulfillment and serenity. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to your coaching corner for the week. So this week, I thought I would share 3 truths about corporate life. So having been in the corporate world for a good 25 years and speaking to lots of people, chances are you are as well, I just wanted to share 3 things that have been on my mind lately. And heads up, some of them may not be really fun to hear and listen. Some may feel like hard truth, but there's also some good bits, so hang in there. Number 1, corporate life is usually not human. Sorry to break it to you, but I just feel like sometimes I need to say it and remind people that corporations are there to make money. They are profit-driven, except when they are non-for-profit, obviously. Here I'm talking about corporate businesses for profit, and especially if they are listed companies with shareholders. I know you see other things in their strategy and their communication, but that is fluff. At the end of the day, 99% of their goal is to make money. And people are resources to make money. They are mean to an end. There is an exchange of value. That's what a corporation is. People work in exchange for money and they deliver value to the company. It's just that two-way exchange. And to be honest, the best corporation manage to make high profit and still be able to make their people feel like they're valued. They can do that because they have high margin, because that comes at a cost. But that is really, really a small portion of corporation. The vast majority of them make a lot of money and the employees are just resources. So I just want to say you may have human managers, and thank goodness, at work, but the workplace itself isn't human. It's a system. And the higher you get, the less human it gets. Because the higher you get, the more pressure you get, and therefore the less human it gets. Therefore, when you work in corporate, especially over the years, protect your mental and emotional health. This is your job because they're not going to do it for you. And you need to have your own boundaries. You need to have your own self-care outside of work, and you need to have resilience at work. And this is becoming more and more the truth these days. So I don't want to upset anyone working in human resources or in P&C because those are very important, but they're there to manage people as resources and then to try to make them feel value and want to retain them in order to deliver the profit, right? But at the end of the day, the organization, the corporation does not care about people the way that you care for yourself or your close friends and relatives care for you. So it's your job to bring that humanity to yourself or to balance it out outside of work. Truth number 2, when you're in corporate, it is full of politics. I'm sorry to break it to you. You can't find a corporate place that doesn't have politics, and especially a lot of them. The bigger, the more politics, because it's simple. As long as you have people, you will have politics. I'm pretty sure they had politics back in the cave in the Neanderthal ages. So I just want to say, because I say that a lot to my clients, I understand that you don't like it, that you don't want that, and that is not how you operate. But as long as you are in there, you need to play by the rules, and it's part of the kit. And especially if you are in a middle management position and you have aspiration to go higher. So if you get tired of it, if it gets to a point that you really feel like it's draining the energy out of you, I totally get it. Some of us get to that point, or we have the type of personality that we really can't do that, then take a break or branch out having your own business, because that's the only way to kill the politics. You will not find a place that doesn't have it. So put that in perspective and weigh up the politics at your workplace versus what you get. It's kind of part of the territory. And then I would say get curious and try to see how you can upskill yourself in politics. And typically learn from the best. That's how you learn on the job. You watch other people doing it. This is really a learned behavior, not something that can be taught to you. I am yet to see someone who is successful in corporate that does not play by the politics book. I don't think you can. It's okay to resent it, but you've got to leave some aside and show up for it and be part of it, because it's part of the game. Truth number 3. This is going to be the happiest, uplifting one now. Corporate life is a great place for stable income, career growth, and friends. I think we forget all the things that we get from corporate life. Stability. I know you are going to be saying to me, there's no stability these days. Jobs keep changing with AI and there's restructure everywhere. Yes, I'm not talking about that. But once you are in a job, once you are hired, like the stability, as in you show up every day, every week, and you have a paycheck every month, no matter how many hours you worked usually, and no matter the result. Okay, so that is what I call stable income. And no other places really provide that to the same level. But stable income, like if you do need material security, safety for yourself, it's important for you, for your family, corporate life is the best model. Career growth, obviously depending the size of the company, but I'm saying as long as it's got more than 10 people, you're in with a chance. Like you get in and there are prospects, there are opportunities, because simply the number of people and the type of roles that are in there. So there are places for you to go. And yes, some companies make it easier than others to navigate and to leverage, absolutely. But there's a lot you can do yourself. And I do that work with my clients all the time. And before you exit an organization, I would always advise you to look if you can go left, right, or up. Okay. So that is a fantastic terrain for you to evolve professionally and sometimes very fast. And it's a great place for friends. If you've noticed, like I look back, a lot of my very strong, great friendships today in my mid-40s come from all the years that I have spent in corporate. Not exclusively, but it's a big stream of my friends, and I have retained excellent people. And we spend so much time at work that, of course, we're going to build those strong connections, those alliances, those deep friendships that then evolve outside of work, and as we move on, or those people move on, and you stay connected over the years. And I think that's a truly beautiful gift, and we got to thank corporations for that, because they got us together in the first place. It is a good place because you are told what to do. There's a framework, there's vision, there's strategy. Like, the boxes are half filled. You just need to go in, deliver your value, and then you get the paycheck. Like, that is a very different model from a business, and it brings all those perks, and it gives you great superannuation as well, which I think we don't talk about enough because we don't plan for that in our 30s and 40s, and then we get to like mid-50s and we're like, ooh, what is my super looking like? Like, you got to have a strategy for that as well in your life, and corporate life is probably the easiest channel for that. So I just wanted to say those things about corporate life. It's not all doom and gloom, but be very clear that corporations are there to make money. So protect your human self and look after yourself. It is a place for political games, like it or not, you got to play. And it's a great place for a stable income, career growth, and friends. Let me know if this resonated. Send me a comment. Please share with your corporate friends. Has this been your experience as well? And just know you can always make the most of wherever you are. On that note, I'm going to leave you and we'll speak with you next week for another Coaching Corner. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.